happy to see you. I can't imagine what you've been going through.
No, you can't.
If it means anything at all, I've never felt worse in my entire life.
Don't ask how I feel.
Before you say anything else, Brad, there's something I want to tell you that could change things.
What could you possibly say to change things? My life has been shattered. The daughter that I adore has been taken from me.
That's not true.
It is true. Don't try to paint it differently. It is true.
And there's nothing on the credit cards? And you're positive? All right, thanks. So where are you, Chris? Where the hell could you be?
Special delivery, fresh from John Silva's office. Discovery documents, depositions, official police file from the Abbott arson investigation.
All right, well, let's roll up our sleeves, amigo. Unless you want out, on account of Diane.
I want her to die.
You know, could we please not go there for a minute?
We're not in a public place. I can say what I want.
All right. Well, if it helps you any, I'm no longer representing Diane.
She fired you?
As if.
You dropped her?
No need. The matter was dropped. There's nothing for me to do. It's over.
Like hell it is.
Diane's not going to be arrested.
Oh, why? Why's that? Because she's innocent?
Not that I should have an opinion, but I am tending to believe that she did set the fire.
What a loser. You defended her anyway?
As I said before, with a brilliant defense, there's most likely a chance that
save it. Jack and I heard this song and
there
dance
was going to
before.
be an appeal. Diane has the resources.
And I'm supposed to be grateful to you?
I know. Diane walking away from this has nothing to do with me. The police didn't have a strong enough case. They decided they didn't want to waste the taxpayers' money.
Well, this taxpayer ain't taking this line down. You got that?
Been a tough couple weeks, huh?
Naughty.
Yeah, neither one of us can go the distance.
Hate the stupid ban on seeing each other.
Yeah, well, you better get used to it, Cole.
Yeah, we just have to be careful. I mean, we can still see each other. There's always a way. Like today.
Yeah, how'd you manage to get out of that dungeon anyway?
My dad's got this big mess. What else is new? So I'm at my granddad's again.
Nobody was home?
Oh, Granddad is no biggie. See, Lily came home after school and we were just hanging out in my room and we decided to come find you.
Wait a minute. Right now your granddad thinks you're upstairs in your room?
Yeah, which means we have all the time in the world.
No, Colleen, we don't have any time. I'm serious. You gotta get back there before you get caught.
Look at you, and I don't even know you. You're not the woman I thought I married. The one I believed in, trusted. I look at you and I see a woman that's filled my life with lies and deceit.
Would you please just listen to me?
No, you listen. I've got some things I want to say, and I'm going to say them. Of all the men in the world, you choose Victor Newman to be the father of your child? Victor Newman? And if that weren't bad enough, you don't tell me before we get married that the father of the child I'm going to be raising is a man that I detest? Is anything I've said not true, Ash? Is there anything you can say to change the reality?
No, but there is one thing that you need to know, Brad.
Does Newman mean that much to you?
No, you've got it wrong. It wasn't because of Victor that I kept quiet. It was because of you.
Me?
We'd fallen in love, and you wanted to marry me. You wanted to be a father to my baby. And I guess I was just scared that it wouldn't happen if you knew that Victor was Abby's father.
This was fine for Newman to know, but not me. How did he react when you told him the news we were getting married? I'll bet he had a grand old time.
He doesn't know. Victor doesn't know about Abby.
So the boutique in your lobby is still open for business. It's just not doing very well.
Well, once our teenage stars completed the campaign, we cut back on marketing.
Well, that'll do it.
It's on my list of things to look at over the next few months.
So my timing couldn't be more perfect.
Oh, please, sit down.
Thank you.
You know, when you arrived, you said that you had a business proposition.
The boutique sells clothes as well as cosmetics, right?
Yeah, definitely geared toward the younger crowd.
Which is exactly where I'm focusing my design elements too.
Ah, the plot thickens.
Yes, so I'm going to cut right to the chase. I want to buy it.
The boutique?
It's a knockout space. It's enormously flexible, not to mention a great location. We will continue to carry Glow by Jabot cosmetics exclusively and just add in my fashions. I've been wanting a trendy space for Fenmore's.
Well, Laura, you know, I must say that is a very interesting idea. I will give it some thought, and I'll run it by Jack and Ashley.
Fair enough. They've certainly been through it this year, haven't they?
Oh, yes, indeed.
How about the rest of your family? Everyone okay?
Oh, it's been trying, but we're hanging in.
With music therapy?
Oh, my granddaughter, Colleen, she does like it lively. She's up there ruining her hearing with a school friend.
JT.
Oh, I'm serious. You gotta get back there. You're gonna get in trouble.
Will you relax? We got banished upstairs for playing the music too loud, and now it's blasting in my room. He'll never go in there.
You better hope not.
Besides, even if he does, it'll be worth it. But I really don't think we'll get caught.
Still.
Look at you, being all protective and boyfriendy.
Is that what I'm doing?
You know it is. Besides, I don't want to talk about anything negative, all right?
Okay.
What have you been doing?
I don't know, the usual. Hanging out, going to a couple parties.
Yeah, were they fun?
Nah, you know. What have you been up to?
Things could be worse, and school's okay, and it's been really cool getting to know Lily.
Who is that girl? Is she new?
Sort of. You know, Mamie's her great aunt, and she grew up in Paris, so she's from here. She just hasn't been living here. And if anyone can relate to her,
Man, it's tough not being from here.
yeah, I think she'll do okay. You know, we kind of clicked right off the bat.
It's cool when that happens, isn't it?
Yeah, she really gets what I'm going through, you know? Unlike all my other friends who think I'm being melodramatic and they don't even care. I'm just so sick of trying to explain myself. I don't even bother anymore.
Or you.
No, it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. I know what we have is real.
This must be a really bad choke.
Believe me, I wish it were.
Victor is Abby's father.
When I arrive at the hospital after she was born, who's standing there holding Ashley's newborn baby in his arms? He and Ashley had a secret.
No. No, damn it, I don't accept this. This is not happening. I don't know why Ashley is doing this. But this is a lie. This is a filthy, disgusting lie.
Are you sure Victor never gave you a hint about what was going on?
He did admit to me that he'd been seeing Ashley more than I realized. Oh my God, it does fit, Brad.
I am so sorry.
You don't think I can be objective?
Can you?
I think I see Diane a lot differently than you do.
Yeah, and that's my point, isn't it? I mean, you two are cordial.
And you are anything but.
I admit, I don't have a lot of use for her.
Okay, that's understandable.
Look, Andy, don't tell me you're even... Never mind. You were a big boy.
Now, whoa. Let's get back to the objectivity thing.
All right, you want to go there? I'll go there. You don't believe she's capable of any of this. I know differently.
Look, after seeing the transcripts of Phyllis's trial, I have come to realize that it is not outside the realm of possibility.
And?
I'd just like to know, for sure.
Why? So you can evaluate your options?
Come on, man. She's still an attractive lady.
No comment.
Come on, you want to jump in on this? You ready?
I don't think I've gotten a straight answer yet.
I think I've been an open book.
What if we find something that implicates Diane?
Oh, my gosh. I'm going to have to postpone the wedding. Come on, man. I gotta admit, when I first talked to Diane, I was a little floored that she's still so interested in Jack Abbott.
Interested? How about obsessed?
Kind of like time stood still. I don't know, man. I just can't help but be curious, figure out what makes her tick. So if you want me in, I'm ready.
You know, it is kind of ironic, isn't it? I mean, the timing. A lot of water under the bridge. You come back just in time to watch her make another big play for the guy.
Yeah, but this time there's a kid involved to complicate matters.
Kids have a way of doing that.
Anything you want to get off your chest?
No, the only thing I want to do is get into these files and see what we can find out.
Okay, let's jump in.
And what's that supposed to mean? What's going on with that?
Well, why should I tell you? You're Diane's confidant. Anything I tell you goes straight to her.
Wrong.
Oh, wrong? Yeah. Really? What about your ethics, Michael? Yeah, she paid you a fat fee. You're obligated to kiss her behind. I'm the enemy.
Oh, get off my back. Oh, there are people in the world with problems besides you.
Well, what do you mean?
Skip it.
You must be talking about Christine, Michael. You haven't talked about her in weeks, ever since Paul beat you up at the... Oh, my God. Did you blow it? I told you to go over there with flowers. Did it backfire on you?
I never gave them to her. She left.
Well, you didn't grovel hard enough.
No, it means that she was gone by the time I got there.
She was gone?
Yeah. It's been weeks.
Yeah.
Hasn't been a word, not even a card at Christmas.
Oh, my gosh. Are you serious?
Victor doesn't know. Now, why would I believe that? Unless you think I'm a bigger fool than I already am.
I told you that Abby was conceived through artificial insemination.
Well, of course she was. How else could it have happened? Old Vic's had a vasectomy. Unless he had it reversed.
I chose artificial insemination because I didn't have and I didn't want to have. I didn't want to have a relationship with a father. There was no man in my life, and I wanted to be a mother. It seemed that extraordinary means was the only alternative for me to get pregnant.
So how did you get the sperm?
It's a very long and involved story, and you need to hear it.
Anything? No, nothing jumps out and bites me. You know, this Weber, I mean, this guy really knows his stuff.
Yeah, I've kidded him more than once about quitting the force and coming to work here. I wonder.
What?
Take a look.
That's interesting. There wasn't any follow-up.
Apparently not.
Something tells me there will be now.
So, after that phone call the next morning.
Nothing.
Wow. Are you okay?
Do I look okay? Yeah, at work I try to distract myself, but there's just a big aching hole where my heart used to be, full of pain and resentment.
Is it toward Paul?
Well, it goes from disgust, sadness, loneliness, to just wanting to go over there and smash his face in. Not a healthy array of emotions.
No, not at all. So, do you really think Paul had something to do with her leaving?
The longer she stays away, the more certain I am of it.
Wow, this is so funny. What a coincidence. Because I just asked Paul to work for me.
What? What?
I want this woman prosecuted. I want Diane in jail. I'm tired of
What are
listening
you
to
doing?
police saying they
The
have
man
no
can't even bite
evidence.
his head on his own shoulders. What are you doing?
Are you kidding me? I'm a free woman because of Paul Williams
Oh, you
and my
just
husband.
can't leave well enough alone.
Excuse me?
You're off the hook, Phyllis. You were just not guilty. They dropped all charges. That was the answer to your prayer when you were behind bars. And now you're going to waste your life on revenge?
Are you? So it's okay for Diane to burn down property, set me up, make me look like a murderer, lie in court and get off scot-free? I don't know. Call me stupid, but in my life, that's a no-no.
I know what you went through was traumatic. I
Traumatic?
understand
Traumatic?
that. Yes.
No. Don't belittle what I went through. You have no idea. I want justice. Besides, that woman is being insane when it comes to Kyle. And Jack is at his wit's end.
Look, I talked to Diane. I told her to back off.
Oh, you
She
did?
will back
Oh, you
off.
told her to back off? Okay. Did you see her just now? She has no intention of becoming a human being. Hey, maybe that's Paul. Paul. Hey,
How soon can you get over here?
did you find something?
Well, I don't want to say I found anything, but there is something I'd like to talk to you about.
I'll be there in 10 minutes. And you know what? Make it 9.5. Are you going to tip her off?
Oh, yeah, I've got Diane on speed dial.
I have a great idea. You want me to ask Paul if he's talked to Christine?
Oh, yeah, and then see if we can all go to lunch afterwards. His treat.
Oh, hey, that'd be great.
Nikki, on our wedding day. It's celebration of our lifetime of love. My darling Victor, I love you with all my heart and soul. I want you to share my life. I promise to be your wife, your lover, and your friend. And I will walk with you hand in hand through the sunshine and the rain. I will share your joys and your sorrows. And I will give you my fragile heart and trust you to cherish it. But above all, I will love you forever. And I promise to honor this pledge as long as life and faith endure.
My darling, from the humblest beginnings, I've created a life for myself. Beyond my wildest dreams. But I've learned that none of it means anything without you at my side. You and I are about to embark upon a journey where we once again share our lives. I will protect you and love you as I've loved no other. You and I have been here before, and we have failed. But this time, I promise you, we'll make it work.
Oh, Victor. How could you? How could you do this?
Nice of Mrs. Martinez to make us tea.
Well, gives us a chance to catch up.
It's been a long time.
Yes, yes.
You know, you were talking about your granddaughter earlier. It's been a long time since you've had teenagers underfoot, huh?
Mm-hmm. And it sure takes getting used to.
I'm sure. So how long has she been here?
Well, she was here, and then Tracy... Oh, goodness. Suffice it to say that there's been a bit of an upheaval around here.
But don't you think that goes along with the teenage territory?
I'm talking about a lot more than the typical teenage roller coaster.
Oh, really? Well, go on. Maybe I can relate.
You know, maybe. Well, Colleen became enamored with this young man. He's just not the kind of kid you want around your 16-year-old granddaughter.
Bit of a Lothario?
And not just that, he's a college boy and he's much older. And I know for a fact he likes to drink, and that's not something I want Colleen exposed to.
No, of course not. You can't argue with that.
Well, the whole family agrees the kid is just not good for her. And Colleen, oh goodness, she got in with the wrong crowd in New York and got into a great deal of trouble, and now it's happening again.
You sound terribly frustrated.
Oh, frustrated. We all are. You know, and so is Colleen. You know, I remember being young, my first love, but, oh, this situation goes far beyond just a crush. She was sneaking behind my back to see him. She ran away once and threatened to do it again. I mean, it got so bad, Tracy was thinking of dragging her off to a boarding school. And there's more than that, but none of it's pleasant or pretty. Anyway, Brad finally convinced Tracy to give her another chance to stay here.
So how are you handling things with her now?
Well, she's grounded. She's been told to stay away from him for at least 2 weeks. Give things a chance to cool down, and we'll take it from there. Oh, so far, so good. They haven't had any contact. Colleen is handling it in a rather mature way, I must say. Listen, you know something? I am sure that Colleen would love to see you. Why don't I go up and bring her down?
No, that's okay. Why don't you just let her be with her friend? In fact, I should get going.
All right, fine. Well, I do want to say it has been really a delight seeing you again. Go. And, Lauren, I promise you I will give it some very serious thought about this boutique. It's a heck of an idea.
Yeah, I hope that you will.
All right.
It's been nice seeing you.
You too.
Great rest of your day.
Yeah, I've got an appointment over near the Hampton building, about 25
8.5 minutes flat. I think it's record.
Phyllis, Andy Richards. This is a former partner of mine. He's helping me with your case.
Oh, great.
Phyllis Abbott.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Likewise, now I can put a face to the name.
Yeah.
All right, so you're going to have your cell phone on.
Yeah.
Right?
Here you go. Nice to meet you. Okay. What do you have for me?
Well, you know, I'm not sure. Maybe nothing. That's why I wanted to talk about this first.
You want to talk?
Andy and I have gone through every scrap of paper that your lawyer had, and the police did a very thorough job. Except for one loose end.
What's that?
That call you got at Victor and Nikki's reception, the one that pulled you away right before the fire.
Thanks, Trev. You know, it blows me away the way you talk sometimes. It's so...
Pushy.
No, I was gonna say real.
Huh.
Hey, but listen, you should get back, you know? You shouldn't be taking these chances. Not that, you know, I'm not glad to see you.
That's all you've been thinking about, isn't it?
But don't push your luck, all right?
Admit it. You've been dying to see me.
Well, I don't know if I go that far. I mean, dying. Like, I'm feeling pretty healthy.
Fine. Don't admit it. I know how you feel.
You do, huh?
Mm-hmm. You know, every time the phone rings, I hope it's you. Whenever I come in here, you're the first person I look for. Isn't that what you do? Hope you run into me? I find myself thinking about you all the time. Your smile, your kiss. Hey, why don't we go somewhere we can be alone?
Still here, I see.
You stole the sperm and went to this place in Chicago to have yourself inseminated. That's what it all boils down to.
I guess it does.
So thanks to modern science, you have this child. It's all very cold and clinical.
It was a medical procedure, Brad. That's how Abby was conceived.
And you didn't think about this being Victor's child. It was all just a matter of technology, right?
It wasn't quite that unemotional.
Of course you weren't, Ash. This is all just a bill of goods you're trying to sell. God. Victor is a man that you loved, a man that you were married to. You got pregnant, and however it happened, you wanted Victor to be the father of your child. Next thing I knew, you were dating him again. And why? Because you were in love with him. You've always been in love with him. You'd be married to him today, except for the fact that he tried to steal Jabot out from under your brother's nose. That's when you ended it. You couldn't possibly spend your life with this man who would take advantage of your family that way. Lengths that you would go to have this man's child. It is so obvious, the desperation that you feel for this man. You can't get him out of your life. You can't get him out of your mind.
I can't, Brad. I can't, and I have. He doesn't know. He didn't know then, and he doesn't know now. You have to believe me. He doesn't know. I promised you before we got married that the biological father didn't know. There was only one person who knew about Abby's paternity, and that was me. I'm so sorry. I should have told you before.
You sure as hell should have.
But I didn't. And I will regret that decision till the day I die. Can't we please try to survive this, honey, please? If not for our sakes, for Abby's sake. She is your daughter. She adores you. As for Victor, I don't intend to ever tell him. He's married to Nikki now, and they're happy.
Nikki knows, Ash.
What are you talking about? She can't possibly know.
I told her. I told her today.
Yeah, the mysterious phone call, Diane's clever way of ruining my alibi.
So you never figured out who it was?
No, I mean, it's just so weird getting tagged like that at the reception.
All right, tell me everything you can remember about that phone call.
Okay. It was a short call. It was a man, and he said that the server had crashed. He acted as if it were a dire emergency.
Only when you got to Newman
Yeah,
Enterprises?
when I got to Newman, of course, everything was up and running.
Right.
The only person who was there was a woman. She didn't make the call.
Right, so what happened then?
Well, when I realized it was a hoax, I wanted to get back to the reception, and, you know, my day, it was a day from hell, thanks to Diane, of course, and I just wanted to get back to Jack. So I got to my car, and I realized that lipstick was smushed all over the seat. I looked at my dress, there was lipstick all over my dress, and I was like, great, my dress is trashed, I have to go home and change.
Oh, perfect timing, huh?
Right, if you're Diane Jenkins, perfect timing.
Well, you probably know the police checked out your story, and you did receive a call to your cell phone about the time you, claimed.
Right. They said it came from a phone booth downtown.
Yeah, on 3rd Avenue, just up from Algonquin. You know, it's a pretty seedy area.
Did the police check it out any further?
Well, yeah, they went down there and asked around, but, you know, it's a payphone that came up empty.
Where does that leave us?
What are you doing back here?
I just came from your grandfather's, Collen. I needed to see John on some business, and we got to talking about you, and I thought maybe you would like a little friendly warning.
Why? What did he say?
For starters, that the two of you are forbidden from seeing one another. I guess that doesn't faze you, boarding school or no boarding school.
Oh, believe me, that's the last place I want to be.
But the two of you just can't stay away from one another.
Look, my granddad doesn't understand. No one does.
Hey, they're all trying to make this into something it isn't.
Yeah, well, if you're going to break the rules, I think you need to be a little bit smarter about it.
What do you mean?
I almost flipped out when John asked me if I wanted to say hi to you, seeing that you and a friend were just up the staircase.
Well, you didn't say I wasn't.
No. This time, you can consider it your one get-out-of-jail-free card.
Thank you, Lauren. Thank you so much. I totally owe you.
Okay, now will you listen to me? You gotta get back before your granddad catches you.
Okay.
See you.
All right, Romeo. Juliet's gone. Why don't you tell me what this is really about?
You know, I'm wondering if this is an avenue worth pursuing.
Yeah, if it's a thread that we can unravel.
Tell me about the guy who called. Was there anything unusual about his voice? I mean, the way he talked?
He was an older guy. He was a little gruff. Not your typical Newman employee.
Did he have an accent?
No.
Okay, what about his tone? Did he slur his words? Had he been drinking? Anything like that?
God, it was so quick. No.
All right, that doesn't leave us much to go on, especially since the police couldn't find anything. I don't know what to tell you.
You know what? There was something they didn't have when they were out looking.
What?
Me. Yes, me. I'll be able to recognize a guy's voice. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Why don't we go down there and just check things out?
It's a pretty seedy area.
Oh my God, I'm worried about that.
Look, I'm not going to take you down there.
Do you have a picture of Diane? Do you have one here?
Yes, I've got a picture.
Good. Let's go.
Please say that you didn't tell Nikki.
She knows, Ash.
Why did you tell her?
Because she felt things happening around her. Things that were affecting her life, her marriage. Nikki believed something was being kept from her. Well, you see, I know how that feels. And I really felt no obligation to keep Victor's dirty little secret. Nikki wanted answers. She was going to find them. So I told her.
Brad. I didn't want her to know this. I was trying to protect her.
Oh, come on. Well, you're trying to protect Nikki or yourself?
Maybe both of us.
You've been living in some kind of dream world. Well, guess what? Now it's a nightmare. How could you possibly think you could keep something like this hidden? You didn't think this secret would come out? Come on, Ash. How could you possibly believe that?
Because I love you. I love you, and I was hoping and praying that somehow this would never surface. But now if Nikki knows... Where is she? Where is she?
Home? Nikki?